Do you realize how many people destroy their entire lives just because they could not stay silent for 1 minute? One argument, one emotional reaction. One moment of anger, and suddenly everything changes. Relationships break, respect disappears. Peace dies, and the worst part is, most arguments were never even worth it in the first place. People today are addicted to reacting. Someone says one disrespectful thing, and instantly emotions explode, voices rise, egos collide. And two human beings who could have stayed peaceful turn into enemies within seconds. But the people who truly understand life, the people who truly understand power, they move differently, they know something most people never learn. Not every fight deserves your attention. Not every insult deserves your reaction. And not every person deserves access to your emotions. Because the moment someone can control your emotions, they begin controlling you. And most people never notice this trap. They think they are defending themselves. But in reality they are becoming puppets of anger. Think about it. Why do some people keep provoking others again and again? Why do they insult, mock, disrespect, and manipulate? Because emotional people are easy to control. When you are angry, you stop thinking clearly. Your logic disappears, your wisdom disappears. Your self-control disappears. And suddenly someone else controls your mood, your energy, your peace. Your entire day, that is weakness. Real strength is staying calm when chaos surrounds you. Real strength is smiling when someone wants your anger. Real strength is walking away when your ego begs you to fight back. Because ego is dangerous, ego whispers things into your mind. Do not stay silent, show them who you are. Destroy them with words, win the argument. And millions of people destroy themselves, listening to that voice. The truth is most arguments are useless. Nobody changes their mind, nobody suddenly becomes wise. Both sides only become more angry, more emotional, more exhausted. And at the end, both people lose peace. A wise person understands this early. That peace is more important than proving a point. You can spend hours trying to explain yourself to someone, and they still will not understand you. Not because you explained badly, but because they already decided not to understand you. Some people are committed to misunderstanding you. And once you understand that, your entire life changes. You stop wasting energy on impossible conversations. You stop defending yourself to everyone. You stop trying to make everyone like you. Because maturity teaches you something powerful. Not everybody will understand your heart. Not everybody will respect your intentions. Not everybody will appreciate your value, and that is perfectly fine. The moment you stop needing validation from people, you become free. Most people are mentally trapped. Every insult hurts them deeply. Every opinion controls their mood. Every criticism destroys their confidence. Because their happiness depends on other people. And that is a dangerous way to live. Because people are unpredictable today, they praise you tomorrow. They criticize you today, they support you. Tomorrow they betray you, if your emotions depend on people. Your life will always feel unstable, that is why, emotional control is one of the greatest powers a human can develop. Imagine someone insulting you, expecting you to explode with anger. But instead you stay calm, you smile, you remain unshaken. Do you know how powerful that is? That level of control terrifies people. Because calmness is rare in this world. Most people are slaves to emotion, one small trigger, and they completely lose themselves. That is why silence has become a superpower. Silence protects your peace. Silence protects your energy, silence protects your mind. And silence confuses foolish people. Because they expect drama, they expect emotional reactions. They expect chaos, but when you remain calm, their power disappears. There is a reason why people throughout history valued silence so much. Because silence gives clarity. When you stop reacting emotionally, you begin seeing people clearly. You notice manipulation, you notice fake behavior. You notice hidden intentions. Emotion blinds people, calmness reveals truth. And this world desperately wants you emotional. Look around carefully, social media survives on emotional reactions. News survives on emotional reactions. Toxic people survive on emotional reactions. Everyone is trying to pull emotions out of you: anger, fear, jealousy, sadness, outrage. Because emotional people are easier to influence, that is why protecting your inner peace has become more important than ever before. If you cannot protect your peace, the world will steal it from you daily, and once peace disappears, life becomes heavy, your mind becomes noisy, your heart becomes tired, your energy becomes weak. And slowly you stop enjoying life. All because of unnecessary emotional battles. Some people spend years arguing with family, arguing with strangers online, arguing with co-workers, arguing with toxic partners. And one day they wake up mentally exhausted. Not because life defeated them, but because they wasted their energy fighting meaningless wars. The lion never wastes energy proving itself to sheep. Remember that carefully. Powerful people move differently. They choose peace over noise. They choose discipline over emotional reactions. They choose silence over pointless arguments. And that is exactly why they stay powerful. Weak people react to everything. Strong people observe everything. There is a huge difference. Observation creates wisdom, reaction creates regret. Think about the biggest regrets in your life. Most likely they came from emotional moments. Moments where anger controlled your words. Moments where ego controlled your decisions. Moments where you reacted without thinking. That is how dangerous emotions can become when left uncontrolled. This is why self-mastery is so important. Because the greatest enemy you will ever face is not outside you, it is inside you. Your anger, your ego, your impatience, your emotional weakness, and the person who conquers himself becomes nearly unstoppable. Most people spend their entire lives trying to control others. But wise people focus on controlling themselves. Because self-control is true power. Anybody can scream, anybody can insult. Anybody can lose their temper. But staying calm under pressure, that is rare. That requires strength. That requires intelligence, that requires discipline. The world respects controlled people more than emotional people. Because controlled people feel dangerous. Not dangerous because they are violent. Dangerous because they are unshaken. Nothing moves them easily, nothing manipulates them easily. Nothing controls them easily. And that level of calmness is intimidating. You know what scares toxic people the most? Not revenge, not arguments, not anger, your silence. Because silence means they no longer control your emotions. And the moment toxic people lose emotional control over you, they lose power over you completely. That is why walking away is sometimes the strongest thing you can do. Not every situation deserves your energy. Some situations deserve distance. Some people deserve silence. Some conversations deserve endings and learning. This can save your mental health. People often think silence means weakness. But silence is often wisdom. A wise man knows there is no reward for winning useless arguments. Even if you win, what did you really gain? Stress, anger, mental exhaustion, nothing valuable. But when you protect your peace, you gain clarity, you gain emotional stability. You gain freedom, and freedom is priceless. Imagine waking up every day without carrying emotional chaos inside your mind. Imagine not caring about every insult, every opinion, every judgment. That is peace, and peace is one of the greatest luxuries in modern life. Most people will never experience deep peace because they are addicted to conflict, addicted to drama, addicted to proving themselves. They constantly need validation, attention, approval. And that addiction destroys inner calmness. But once you stop needing approval from everybody, something beautiful happens. You become emotionally independent. Now nobody can easily manipulate your emotions. Nobody can easily destroy your confidence. Nobody can easily disturb your peace. And that is a powerful way to live. Remember this carefully: your energy is limited. Every day you wake up with a certain amount of mental energy. And every unnecessary argument steals some of it. Every toxic conversation drains some of it. Every emotional reaction weakens some of it. So protect your energy carefully. Do not give it to people who enjoy chaos. Do not give it to people who disrespect your peace. Do not give it to people who constantly provoke negativity. Your mind deserves peace, your heart deserves calmness. And your life deserves more than endless emotional battles. At the end of the day, most people are fighting internal wars. Nobody can see that angry person. Insulting others might secretly hate his own life. That toxic person provoking everyone might secretly feel empty. Inside, hurt people often try to hurt other people. And understanding this changes your perspective. Instead of reacting emotionally, you begin observing with wisdom. You stop taking everything personally. You stop carrying unnecessary anger because you realize many people are simply projecting their inner pain onto others, and you do not need to absorb their darkness. Protect your peace, protect your mind. Protect your emotional balance. Because once inner peace disappears, nothing outside can truly satisfy you. Money cannot replace peace. Success cannot replace peace. Attention cannot replace peace. Without peace, even beautiful lives feel empty. So choose your battles carefully. Ask yourself before every argument: is this worth my peace? Is this worth my energy? Is this worth my mental stability? And most of the time, the answer will be no. Then smile, stay calm, and walk away with dignity. Because the strongest people are not the loudest ones. The strongest people are the ones who remain calm while the world desperately tries to break them.